Question number 2B2. So like what I have told to you in the class first itself, see there are so many question paper. I have never seen a VTU question paper without this 2B1, define alphabet, strings and languages. So it is a very important question. Go to your unit 1, study the theory properly. At least you will get some 5 to 8 marks in that. Okay, if they are asking what is an alphabet, string, language, symbols, give example for those things, then you can answer that and at least score some 5 to 8 marks. So definitely study that. Okay, for the first unit, the important question is they will definitely ask you to convert your NFA to DFA. Okay, they will ask you to either design a NFA or either design a DFA. In designing DFA also, important question is study the odd even ones, number of A's, number of B's, comparison thing, mod problem. Okay, only 3 types. You can use the class notes or you check with Padma Reddy book. With this 3 sections only, they will ask you to design a DFA. Okay, NFA you can easily design, no issues with that. Okay, now coming back to 2B, second problem, what they have told me is they are asking us to construct a DFA. Okay, first of all, what they have asked you, they have asked you to construct a deterministic finite automata. Okay, in that they are telling that construct a DFA to accept strings of zeros and ones starting with at least 2 zeros and ending with at least 2 ones. So if they have given you a question like this, it is always better for you to write a regular expression and try to draw the DFA for the given question. Now in this question what they are telling, it is working on the alphabet. What are the alphabets? It is 0, 1. Okay, they are telling that it should start at least with 2 zeros. So definitely it should start with 2 zeros. It can have more than 2 zeros. Okay, don't worry about that. It should actually have minimum number of zeros is 2 zeros. Okay, and they are telling that and it should end with at least 2 1. So when the string is ending, it should have 2 ones. Okay, it means that it can end with 3 1. Okay, 4 ones, 5 ones, like it will start with 2 zeros, it will end with 2 1. So this should be the minimum symbols that should be present in a string. Now it can have 3 zeros, 2 1, or it can have 2 zeros, 3 1. Okay, so it can have more than 2 ones at the end of the string. If that is the case, you have to put one more 1 here and mark it with star. Means that it is ensuring 2 ones here. After that it can have 0 or more ones. So if we are having a string like this also will be accepted by your DFA because it is having at least 2 0, at least 2 1. Okay, ending with at least 2 ones. Okay, so this also will get accepted by your DFA. Now in between the zeros and ones, okay, in between these 2 zeros and 2 ones, it can have any number of combination of this ones and zeros. How can I represent that? It can have any number of zeros and ones. I can represent 0 or 1 by using this plus symbol. Any number of zeros or 1, I will use the epsilon closure. Okay, now for this given regular expression, we will design a DFA. See, I feel this method is easy because you will know what you have to design rather than starting with the initial state and drawing your own imagination. Okay, now you have got a structured format of drawing your DFA. Now initially your DFA should accept 2 zeros, right? So we will start with Q0. Okay, Q0, on seeing the first 0, it will go to Q1. Okay, so this is done. Now if it sees the second 0, what we will do now, we will make it go to Q2. Okay, now your this part is, what is it? It is optional, right? So it can see any number of zeros and ones in between. So this thing is optional. Okay. Now what is the definite thing your DFA have to do? Your definitely it should see the this 2 1. So we have seen this is the minimum string at least for which your DFA should accept. So out of this minimum sample string we have seen 0 0. Now your DFA should see 1 1, right? So for that I will write, on seeing the first one it will go to Q3, on seeing the second one it will go to Q4. Okay, 0 0 1 1 is done. Now for this one it means that it can see any number of 1, that is 0 or more ones. So after this 2 ones it can see any number of ones. Okay, that I will represent in the form of loop, because we are having any number over here. If there is a star we will represent by using loop only. So after seeing these 2 ones we can see any number of ones over here. So that part is done. Now what is left over? This middle part, right? Any combinations of zeros or ones. Okay, for that what we will do means, after this 2 zeros here it can see any number of zeros. Okay, now what we will do for 1? See, suppose we are having a string 0 0 0 1. Okay, 0 1 1. Should this string be accepted by the DFA? Yes. Why means, see, it is starting with 2 0, it is ending with 2 0. In between it is having combination of zeros and ones. Okay, now the first 2 zeros it will come to Q0 to Q1, Q1 to Q2. Now for the third 0 it is going from Q2 to Q2 itself. Okay, for the 1 it will come here to Q3. Now once again I am seeing a 0. Okay, if I am seeing a 0, what I should ensure? I should ensure that the string ends with 2 ones, right? So what I will do, I will go back here. Okay, I will go back here and I will wait for seeing my ones. So I am going back here to Q2 state on reading this 0. Now after that what I am going to read? I am going to read this 1. So what I will do? I will come from Q2 to Q3 once again. If I see the last one, I will travel from Q3 to Q4 such that my string is accepted by my DFA. Okay, now is this diagram completed? No, still my diagram is not yet completed. Okay, this is a DFA. For DFA, for all the states, okay, there should be transition for all the symbols. For example, Q0 is having transition for 0, but it doesn't have transition for 1. Okay, the DFA should accept the string only if start with 0. What about the string if it is starting with 1? Your DFA should not accept. So what I will do, I will create a dead state over here. Okay, initially if I am getting a 1, it should not be accepted. It will go to a dead state only. Similarly, the second symbol that should be seen by my DFA also should be 0 only. If I am getting 1 in my second state, that also will be pushed to my dead state. Okay, now Q2 is having transition on both 0 and 1. Q3 is having transition of 0 and 1. Q4 is having transition only on 1. Okay, now suppose if we are having 0 0 1 1 1 0. Okay, 1 1. If this is my string, then what will happen? On seeing the first 0 it will come to Q1, then second 0 it will go to Q2, then for the 1 it will go to Q3, Q4, for the third one it will go to Q4, right? Now again what I am seeing? I am seeing a 0, followed by that I am ending with 2 1. So definitely this string should be accepted by my DFA. So Q4 on seeing the 0, where it should go? it should go to Q2 such that Q2 will ensure that it sees 2 ones in the last. Okay, so if I put 0 over here, then what will happen? So on reading the 0, Q4, it will go to Q2, right? So once again on seeing this last before one, it will go to Q3. This last one, it will go to Q4. So now all the states are having transition on both 0, 1 for except the dead state. See, once we have entered the dead state, we will stay in the dead state itself. Okay, so how many states we have here? We are having 6 states. In that, Q4 is the final state, QD is the dead state. We have to put the transition table for that. Okay, so how we will put it is 0, 1, Q0. On 0 go to Q1, go to dead state. Q1 on 0 go to Q2. On 1 it is going to the dead state. Q2 on 0 it stays at Q2. On 1 it is going to Q3. Q3 on 0 it is going to Q2. On 1 it will go to Q4. Q4 on 0 it will go to Q2. And on 1 it will stay at Q4. QD, okay, on both 0 and 1 it will stay in QD only. Okay, that's it. So